Okay, welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. I'm the gray-haired gamer, your host, and with me as always is Gunner the Wonder Dog. And we are back again today in Rancho del Arroyo, where we're going to do a couple things. We're going to continue for a bit on our whitetail grind, our Great One grind, and then in the second part, we're going to go scouting. We found some very interesting valleys where we've been finding a bunch of mule deer, and we want to scout a new one in search of our elusive albino doe mule deer. We had located her in one area, but we accidentally deleted the zone that she was going to. We didn't realize it till much later. That's why we were not seeing her anymore at that lake. So we've had to widen our search to find her. Since we did see her on the map once, we know she won't just disappear. She will have relocated. So let's take a look at the map. And we are going to be going up to this small lake up here in the northeast. We've had some pretty good luck here before. So we're going to hunt this area for our whitetail. We do have a tent very close by that'll make it convenient. And then for the second part, we're going to go down to this lake. You can see we did a little scouting offline of one of the valleys. We shot some animals there, but we did put a tent down here. But this is the valley here, this running west to east, that we want to check out in hopes of finding our albino. There are plenty of little valleys up here. We have yet to check out this one as well. Just to the south of that, you can see it's actually a very, very long valley. We did scout out part of this one and across this southern ridge. We did get a tent down there, so it'll make it nice and easy for us to jump in there. So let's go ahead, we'll jump up to our tent and we'll get our clock reset and we'll get ready to start hopefully popping some whitetail. Now we do need to check our ammo. I do believe we are getting down on our crossbow bolts, so we'll have a look at that. We've been laying them out lately with the crossbow. The SBD killer, the silent but deadly. And in fact, in yesterday's episode, we took our first, speaking of mule deer, we took our first melanistic whitetail. And I did some checking. I wasn't sure what the odds were of getting a melanistic, but it turns out that on Rancho, with the melanistic whitetail deer, the odds of getting one, the spawn rate is 3 in 10,000. So that's one melanistic for every 3,333 and third deer. So very, very rare. So we were very happy to get that. It was only a bronze, but we really didn't care. It still went in our trophy lodge. And in fact, we ended up the episode by taking a quick little tour through our trophy lodge and showed off some of the rare ones that we had. While our trophy lodge is not completely packed full yet, the ones we have there are definitely some quality animals, and we're going to keep adding to them. Okay, so we're up here in our tent. We just did fast travel, so we will have spooked everything around us. So we're going to go ahead and reset our clock back to the beginning of drink time. And we are pretty close. We're just going to set it for, we'll set it for like 10 till 8. Okay, we'll get our clock reset and we'll head into this little lake and see what we can find. Again, we're right at this little lake here. We already have a tripod set up there. we're ready to go. And when we get up there, then we'll go over our loadout today. It is our standard, well, now standard loadout. We're doing the whitetail grind. It is also very, very effective for mule deer, even though that they are considered 2 tiers higher, or classes higher. Yep, there we got whitetail. That's a doe. Calling already. They have a feed zone over on the other side of our tent. But yeah, whitetail deer are considered class 4, and mule deer are actually considered class 6. But the weapons and the ammunition that we have work equally well with both classes. We can pass all our harvest checks and as well get the kills. We've already got activity in here. Yeah, there's whitetail because they do have a feed zone right there as well. Let's get our binoculars out and we'll have a quick little look at them. We don't have the... Yeah, there's a nice little buck. He's only a tier 1. We do not have the perk to unlock to be able to spot from our scope. We can only do that with our binoculars right now, so... and I believe there is a second buck. Yeah, there is a second buck in behind that first one. There we go, spot him. Yeah, they are both tier 1s, it seems. So hopefully when that feed zone ends, and I believe it's 8 o'clock it ends, hopefully those buck will wander on down here and let us shoot them. There's coyote tracks. So we are going to make a little bit of noise getting in here, but that's why we gave ourselves a little bit extra time, so that if we do accidentally spook something, they'll have time to calm down. And we have absolutely no hunting pressure here. It's been a few days since we've hunted here. So we've gotten a few resets of our clock in. So hopefully we'll be seeing some buck in here today. We'll get Gunner settled in here right behind our stand. And he's stuck on a rock. Oh, no, there he goes. We've got to make sure we put Gunner in a safe spot because it just seems it's become like a running joke that no matter where we go, poor Gunner always has some deer come down and try to step on him. Okay, so here we are. We can see we got a very nice little view here, including some long shots. But let's look at our map. And we are right here in this stand. We can remove our waypoint now. We have the drink zone, the center of the drink zone right here across from us. And that is right in the trees right there. But they will drink pretty far out. They will drink in under these trees. We've seen them back in the bushes behind here. We've seen them all along this little stretch of grass. And as well, we've even seen them once or twice down in here. In fact, there's one right there already. There's a doe. Normally, we see them come in from the valley to the east, that direction, which is this valley towards where our tent is. And like I said, we did find out that there is, they have some zone up in there. Now I think this is showing an antelope zone just because we found 2 of them very close together. And that is one limitation of the map, that if you find 2 different species, their zones right beside each other, that it will only show the newest one that you discovered. So there could literally be 2 or 3 other zones right here, but since we discovered the jackrabbit zone last, that's the one that gets displayed. But we have seen them come a lot right in through this little gap in the hills right here. And as well, we know that beyond these trees, like we saw when we were coming in, that there is a eating zone up there, so they usually come sneaking right in underneath the trees. So it makes it difficult to spot them until they step out down here. Now we do have, as we pointed out before, this great big area up here, but so far we have not seen any deer come in through there yet. You know, we have seen one sneak up. Where's that coming from? Up on the hillside, and that's a doe. Yeah, we've just been noticing that in our last like 2 hunts here. When the first few times we've come, we haven't had anything up off this hillside, okay? But last time we were here, we heard a doe call, and she ended up walking right down here to us, and, you know, it was such an easy target, we just had to shoot her. And now we're hearing a doe up there again. So we'll have to keep an eye out on that hill and see if she wanders down. Let's check our clock, 8:15. Okay, we're doing fine. Let's go over our loadout. Is, as always in our Great One grind, in our number one spot, the Deer Slayer, the M1 Garand. We're using the 30-06 polymer tip bullets. And as well, we're also packing 2 scopes for this thing. We have the one we have mounted now, the medium power scope, the 4 to 8 power. And we are also packing the 8 to 16, the high powered scope. We probably won't use that here in this area, though. It's all pretty close. In position 2, again, as usual, we have our rangefinder binoculars, just so we take all the guesswork out of distances. We know down to the 100th of a meter, down to the centimeter. And there's another one right there. There's another. Oh, that's a little buck. Look at him. He barely has any horns on him at all. That's in our position 2. Our position 3 is one of our new favorite weapons, the crossbow. It did take us a little bit to figure out the scope, because it does not have just one cross area. It has 3. And once we figured out how to aim that thing for a specific range, it became very, very deadly indeed. We've taken shots at double the maximum 0 range and have gotten very effective kills. And he's right in behind that tree. We could probably sneak one into the hindquarters, but that's going to be a terrible death. He's got his lungs, he's got his liver, he's got all his vital organs hid right behind that tree. He must have watched some previous episodes and seen us come up here and take out his buddies. Speaking of previous episodes, if you do want to catch any of them, we have had some exciting stuff going on. Since we started our Great One grind, we've gotten 1 diamond whitetail. We've taken yesterday a melanistic whitetail. We've taken there's one right there. There's a little doe. We've taken an albino mule deer. And we took a piebald female doe whitetail. You know, if you want to catch any of those past episodes, we're still small on Twitch. We're not one of the big channels yet, so Twitch only keeps my videos for 2 weeks. But you can also catch any of the past episodes on our YouTube channel, Gray Haired Gamer. And if you go to YouTube and just type in the title, like we have here at Twitch, Gray Plays Hunter, you will find us. And you can check out any of our past episodes. We've been doing some other things as well. You know, we've been not wanting to get burned out on the Great One grind. We know it's going to take us a good long time. So we've been mixing in some other things. We just went through our first run through Yukon Valley yesterday with a new toy, the 7mm. And we had some, oh, hello. See, yep, there's a tier 1. And if this is a second buck, oh, he's a 2. We're going to make a kill here quick. Hang on. Hold that thought. He's at 78 meters. And that should be a dead buck. Yeah, there's a few of them in there. Let's see if we got hunting pressure. We'll sit here. He'll prop. I aim for the spine a little bit, so we should have still got the top of the lungs. And at that distance, we could have got both lungs. But we have been doing some things to break up the grind, break up the monotony. Like I said, there we go. Bingo. We got a kill. Like I said, we took our first run through Yukon yesterday. With the 7mm, we took out some moose. We took out plains bison. We did a run through Silver Ridge Peaks. And we're excited to go back there again. And now that we have the 7mm, which will take up the Tier 9 animals, we're also excited about taking a future trip to Virunga, to Africa, to hunt some of those big water buffalo, as well as some lion and some of the gemsbuck. They're just giant animals, the gemsbuck. I never realized that they were so freaking big, but they are also a beautiful, beautiful animal. So if we could take some trophies of those, we would love to add those to our trophy lodge. That's for sure. Let's check on our time. 8:30. So the zone just officially got active. And it'll take a few moments for those guys to come back. So that is one of the beautiful things. Well, a couple key advantages for using the crossbow is, one, the reduced hunting pressure. Even when you're standing on the ground with the crossbow, you only take 1/8 the hunting pressure. And when you combine the archery, any type of archery really, the compound bow, the traditional bow, the crossbow, and a structure like we're in here in this tripod, then you get a major reduction in hunting pressure. So that means we can end up taking more animals out of an area without risking blowing out the zone, without deleting it. And as well, it takes longer for the animals to get spooked. You know, when you build up a lot of hunting pressure, you're in bright purple, the animals are going to be a little more skittish when they come in. They won't be calm when they walk in. They'll be nervous, they'll be alert, and they'll be ready to run at a moment's notice. But since we're using that combination, the archery and the structure, we have quite a few kills before we have to worry about that. Also in our lineup, we are carrying a couple calls. Where's that coming from? Ooh, okay. We got something sneaking up through the trees up here. We are carrying our doe bleat call, and as well we're carrying the snort wheeze call. We're going to upgrade this eventually to the grunt caller when we get high enough level to do that. So let's go ahead and give a call with our doe bleat, maybe see if we can get that one we just heard to come up here closer to where we can see it, and put an arrow in its ribs. Yeah, this is a smaller area, but we've had some very good luck here in the past. Yep, there comes that second little buck back. Oh, and he's going to come running on up in there. He thinks there's a little girlfriend up here for him. You know, he is right behind that tree. We might be able to sneak one in underneath that limb, but man, that's going to be touchy. Are you going to stay there and drink? No, he has not settled in to drink yet, so let's give one more call and see if he comes. Just even a couple steps would be enough just to get him out from behind that tree. Oh yeah, there he goes. Okay, and he's going to go right behind another tree. And we have wild turkey, okay. Now we could pop her, but we'd scare the buck off. We're trying to cut down on shooting doe. For a while there, we were just popping all of them. Just because we needed the money, we wanted to get one of the bigger rifles. But now that we have that, we're going to try and cut down on shooting the doe. Just go for the bucks. Okay, I'm hearing something. Right there. That's that little buck. Okay. Where are you at? You're about 30 meters. You slow down there, buddy. Slow on down. Bingo. Led him just enough. I actually aimed about 6 inches out in front of his chest. Seeing as how he was at a bit of a trot. And it paid off for us. So now we have 2 dead bucks. Those were the 2 we saw that were up feeding in that zone when we first come in. That little tier 1, and then the first one we took was the tier 2. Noticed the other benefit of the crossbow is it is so quiet. We shot that buck right there, and this little doe is still standing here. She doesn't care. If we would have popped one off with the M1, we would have had everything in these woods running out. Even when you do take a shot, like in a group, and you hit one and spook the other ones, with the crossbow, it doesn't seem like they run as far. Like, I've literally seen, the other ones in the group run 20, 30 meters and turn around and head back in. But with a rifle, they could bolt 50 meters, 100 meters, 150 meters, and it could take them minutes to come back in. Okay, not seeing too much here. We'll give them another 30 seconds or so to calm down and start coming in on their own, and then we'll try our calls again. Why we are packing both calls is, one is the doe bleat call is pretty effective. It has like a, what they call, I'm not sure if it's 50% or whatever, but it has a 50 rating of effectiveness, but it only has 150 meter range, and it is likely to attract doe and bucks. Our doe, or our snortweeze call, only has an effective rating of 40, so it's a little less effective, but it has 50 more meters on its range. It has a 200 meter range, and this simulates the sound of a buck. So, in theory, it is a little more likely to attract a buck, where the doe bleat will attract doe and buck equally. Alright, so let's go ahead and use our calls. And I got this little girl standing right here in front of us, just begging to be shot. But we want her boyfriend. So we'll give one blast with that, with the doe bleat, and one blast with the snortweeze, and see what happens. They both have the same duration, that it works for 90 seconds. So that is equal. Okay, we're not seeing anything coming down off that hill yet. Like I said, last time we were here, that was the first we had a doe come down off there. We're not seeing any more deer come in from the valley up here. But sometimes they can take a while. They can take a while to come down through there. You know, it depends on their speed and what other animals they run into. Still nothing. Okay. We're not ready to give up on this place just yet. You know, I'm not like a lot of hunters. Oh, let's jump into this area. You know, they look 5 seconds. Oh, there's nothing here. Okay, let's move. You know, no, I hang out. I have a little patience. Just because there is a lot of variation, even though the drink zone says it starts at 8:30. We've seen deer roll in as early as 8 o'clock and as late as like 9:15. So sometimes it can take a little bit to get in, for them to get in there. And as well, now that we have the crossbow, we're not confined to sitting here in the stand. You know, we can get down on the ground and go have a walk through, and if we see something, we can shoot it with the crossbow and still get that same benefit of the reduced hunting pressure. So we can be on the ground and still take 4 or 5 animals and only have the hunting pressure as if we shot one with a rifle from the ground. Alright, and this little girl, she's just begging for it. So, we're going to take her. Try and get her right in the heart. Boom. Yep, that's a heart shot. Another one. That is saying that was a turkey warning call, but there was a doe. There was a deer call there as well. And as we said at the beginning of the episode, after we hunt this area out, we're going to switch it up and we're going to go scout an area for mule deer. But we are still on the hunt for our elusive albino doe. We did figure out that the zone where we first saw her, we accidentally deleted. At that time, we were only using rifles, and we shot a couple normal mule deer, and then we shot an albino buck, and that was too much hunting pressure. We deleted the zone that the albino female was going to. So she has moved off to someplace else. We just haven't found it yet. But we have found some pretty amazing valleys with, I'm not kidding, tons of mule deer, coyote, wild turkey, jackrabbits. Amazing. In fact, we have a moment here. We'll show you on the map. Like I said, we're at this little lake here in the north. And if you go almost directly east, you see the entrance to this valley. This is very long. It's over 1 kilometer. You follow this up all the way up through and come up to this lake, and you will find mule deer, all these animals, all the way up through here. I've started at this tent at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I literally chased 20-25 mule deer all the way up through this valley. And up here is where we got our albino. Now, when we first come up here, there was a second zone right here. That was the one we accidentally deleted. And we've been looking for that albino ever since. We've since gone down and scouted this side valley. And there's mule deer and turkey down in there. We scouted Just recently, the other day, we scouted this valley, and we found mule deer and turkey, and what is this right at the entrance? Mule deer as well. We still have a few more to scout. There's this little tiny one right here. The one we're going to do later in this episode is going to be right to the east of this big lake here in the south in Bosque Alto. And we're going to go scout this valley up through here. I know it can be kind of hard to see. But these are amazing. And there's another one here that we haven't explored yet. They're amazing valleys that they are very steep walls on the sides. So it keeps all the animals down in the bottom of it. And like in the case of the valley where it ends up at this lake, it becomes Box Valley. You know, there's no, once they come in here, there's only one way in, one way out. So we took advantage of the terrain and popped us a little hunting blind right in the center of that. So any of the mule deer that want to come in here have to walk right past us. Any that want to come out have to walk right past us. But we still have not found our albino. Okay, still nothing going on here, huh? They could be up in this. Looks like there might be something right there. Yeah, there's something right there. They're up in the trees hiding. We'll take one last scan around here, make sure there's nothing else. And then we're going to get down and we're going to go shoot some with the crossbow up close. Okay, nothing. Alright, so we're going to grab this one up right here. Now we do have to be, the second you get down out of that stand, you got to be aware of your scent. That's one thing I always forget. I have to remind myself. But yeah, this is that little tier 1 thoracic vertebrae and right lung, left lung, right lung, and spinal column. Cool. But I always have to remind myself to use that scent blocker. Yeah, so they're up in this section of trees up in here. So we're going to sneak up towards this way. We'll get Gunner here to follow us a bit. Excuse me. We shot 3 so far. We know where these 2 are. It was the first one we shot, that tier 2. We're not sure where he ran off to. But he's dead. We know for sure he's dead, so he's not going anywhere. And we do have, yeah, look at that shot right in the center of the chest. Boom, flesh, heart, bow. Dead deer. We do have Gunner the master tracker, so we're sure that Gunner will make short work of finding that one. Alright, so we're going to go right here. And we're going to have Gunner. There we go. Got Gunner to sit. And now we can move out in front. Not have him tramping around making noise. Inadvertently spooking anything. And we can go up here and find these, find where these deer are hiding. I'm hearing footsteps. So we are close, right there, right in there. Alright, so we're going to take cover in this big bush right here. Just ease our way up in here. And see what we see. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a little buck. He might be a little bronze. There's another one right there. Where can we move to? Yeah, there's one standing right behind that bush. Where can we move to? We can move up to that bush. Okay. Now this is one situation where we're going to use the terrain in our favor. That tree right there is going to hide us from that deer, even though we're not inside of it. We're going to keep that bush right in between us and them. And this is one time that, oh, holy shit. 35 meters, okay. And there's a doe in there running around with it. Yeah, we got him. We got him. He's going to run a little bit. Oh, and there was another nice buck in there. But we're using that terrain to our advantage. Say that when it blocks your vision and you can't see them, it also blocks their vision and they can't see you. So you can hide in trees without ever being underneath of them. But now we are underneath a tree. So we can chill out here for a moment. We'll give another shot of our Axe body spray. I call it our scent blocker. And as well, while they're stirred up, we're going to take advantage of that and have Gunner move up here to where we are. And we're going to have him sit right here underneath this tree where he's safe and hid. And then we can move out ahead. We can move up in front, like under that tree, where we'll have a much better view of where those guys just were. Come on, buddy. Here he comes. Here he comes. Alright, well, that's good enough. That's good enough spot. Lay down. Come on, these controls are terrible sometimes. Alright. So now we're going to move up here to this little apple tree looking thing. And oh, we got footprints. Right there, right there, right there. What do we got there? That looks like a doe. Okay, always be ready to change your plans because the deer will never act exactly the way you want them to. So always ready to be flexible. Always be ready to modify your plans. Okay, we should be able to get right in on this side here. Yeah, okay, let's have a look, get some ranges. Oh, there's that nice buck. 32, 33 meters. Holy shit. Yeah, perfect. Hold still. He paused just at the right time for us. Thanks. Alright, and if you look, you can still see we just popped 2 more deer, and we're still just now getting into like a purplish color of hunting pressure. Oh yeah, I know you're mad. I know you're mad. Oh, he's behind us. Where are you behind us? Sounded like a doe, so we're not real interested. And don't worry, we cannot shoot our dog. It will not allow you to shoot your dog. As well, if you're in multiplayer, no one can shoot you and you cannot shoot anyone else. It'll say invalid target when you try to pull the trigger. So Gunner is safe from friendly fire. Okay, and look, here they come back in already. Not even a minute. There's that other nice little buck. There's a tiny little buck. Oh, now they're going to go on the other side of the lake? Okay. We're cool with that. We can shoot all the way across this little tiny lake. Let's go pick him up. Only a silver. Okay. We're going to take some cover in underneath these bushes. Just easing our way up here. Now we do have both points in our, what they call it, soft feet. Your noise reduction perk when you walk. But still, I'm only giving it like half a stick. I'm not moving at quite full speed. There's the little fella. Okay, you want to be a badass, do you? Okay. Yeah, you be a badass. You be a badass all day long. Yeah, we got them running around in here now. There they go. There goes a couple. There goes a couple up there. The one was definitely a doe. That might be a little buck, but it looked like a doe as well from the body type, from the size of the chest. But they will keep going into like different little spots. They won't come back to the same place every time. And I mean that, while the stands, while the tripods have a lot of great advantages, they do. They do have some drawbacks too that, you know, you just can't pick them up and move them around when you want. You can, but you risk spooking everything around you. So you can't just pick them up and move them right in the middle of a hunt. And a lot of times, people get locked in. Okay, that's nothing. Okay. You get locked in to having like a certain view and certain clear channels where you can shoot and not being able to shoot anything else. So with this, we have the best of both worlds. That's that little doe. But we got buck coming back in here too. So we'll take cover behind this rock. Those are both doe. And these are both doe. They should see us here directly. Even though we use scent blocker, if they get within like 5 meters of you, they should be able to smell you. Yep, right there. She just spooked. There's that nice buck. Let's see if we can get a range on him. Come on. Let me have my binoculars. Yeah, he's there in that tree. So he's at about 175 meters. Okay, come on in. 70, 60. 30, 50. I don't want to shoot that doe in the head. Move, honey. Move. We got him. We snuck that right past her ear. And dropped him in his tracks. I had to hurry up. My whole breath was about to run out. Alright, so we gathered... Did we gather this? We gathered this one up that was laying here, yes? Yeah. Okay, so we got to go up here. We got to grab that one. And we should have like 1 or 2 more laying. We'll try to gather them up as we're moving around here. That's a common problem that I have. That I get down and go to say, okay, yeah, I'm going to go collect up my my kills. And then like this, I see more come in. And, you know, and I get excited and I shoot a new one. And I forget to go grab the ones that I already have dead. I've left so many deer to lay on the battlefield, as it were, that I've forgotten to go get. And they're wanting to come back in again. These should be all doe now. Yeah, there's our one. There's our buck laying right there. Man, that was a lucky thing. We managed to sneak at right past her, that bolt. I was afraid I was going to hit her like right in the face. Trying to get the buck, and then it would have spooked the buck. Yeah, those are all doe. What's that? What's that? What's that? That's a buck. That's a buck. Oh, man, that's a nice buck, too. 70 meters. Hold still, pal. Ooh! He walked in a little further than I thought. I was aiming for 70 meters. He must have been at about 65. Oh, he was a nice one. Okay, let's go get these guys. Where did we leave them laying? Showing one right here. But I thought we picked that one up. Yeah, we did pick that one up. Yeah, there's nothing there. Alright. I know we're going to have Gunner track down that first one we shot. He ran on up into the field up here. So we'll call Gunner to help out on that one. And that'll give those ones that miss I just took, well, that'll give them a little bit of time to calm down. Alright, now we should be safe enough to walk. Yeah, this one was a nice big one. Ooh. If he's not gold, he's going to be a very high silver. Yeah, he is a high silver by... Oh, yeah, he was like 30 points off from gold. That sucks. Okay, Gunner, we need you to go. Go track him, buddy. We may be a bit far from where we shot that first buck, so we may have to get up a little closer to where that was. There's that little doe. So the buck should not be far behind. Is that him right there? Yeah, now they've moved around. That's okay, because like I said, with this crossbow, the max zero is 50 meters. But we figured out to effectively use the sights that we can take shots up to 100 meters. Double the zeroed range. Okay, where's that little buck at that was with you? That's a doe, that's a doe, that's a doe. Unless he's hiding in behind him. Alright, let's see if Gunner can find something now. Oh yeah, yeah, he found something. This should be that first one we shot. Yeah, I know, you're back there. Wow, yeah, he ran off a ways. That must have been a... Yeah, that's low blood rate too. Low bleed rate, so he ran a while. There goes son running. That looked to be just a quick glance. That looked to be a whitetail, but I couldn't tell if there were horns or not. How we doing on time? 10:53. So we have about a half hour left in the official zone. But just like we said that there were variations when they come in, there's also variations when they go out. They could leave anywhere from like 11 o'clock till noon, when the drink time officially ends at 11:30. So we still have plenty of time. Hopefully we can find this guy sometime here soon and get back there and maybe take one or two more. Man, that must have been a bad shot. There he is, finally. Okay, good job, buddy. Yeah, we hit two bones. We hit the humerus and we hit the scapula, so that killed all the momentum of that arrow coming in there. Alright, so let's head back down to this lake. We'll circle around them so that we don't come in at the same angle we were at before. As well, we'll be able to use the wind. As before, we were on this eastern side of it, and then they moved up on the north, and now they're back around here to the south. So we're not going to go up and come into the east. We're going to come in from the south, maybe even over here, use that wind to our advantage, and come in a direction they don't expect. So let's put a way marker right where they were last seen at. Close enough. That's probably that one that just ran past us. Sounded like a doe. We're not going to waste our time with one doe when we have three doe down here and a possible buck. So they're 229 meters, so we can run a little bit. It's only when we get like 100, 125 meters, 150 meters that we want to start being careful. So you can see we were down here before. So we're going to circle up around this way. We're directly downwind from them. Or upwind from them. Or they're upwind from us, so they won't smell us. Okay. Yep, there's somebody. Alright, so they heard us, so now we're going to go full stealth. Have Gunner sit right there. What's that? That's a little doe. Okay. And she's already back to drinking, so she heard us. If she would have saw us, she would have stayed skittish for a while. Especially with the hunting pressure that's going on in there. Alright, so here's a good spot. We can have Gunner come up, catch up to us. We'll have him sit here, and again, we'll move out ahead. Come on, buddy. There he comes. All right. So yeah, their last known position was right in here. So we want to keep some trees in between us and them. You always want to try and use that terrain to your advantage, especially when you're stalking. Always stay close to the trees so you can duck in underneath them. You don't want to be moving underneath the trees all the time. Uh-oh, I'm hearing footsteps. Because you will make more noise underneath the trees. But you want to stay close to them so you can duck underneath of them. Okay, there's the little doe. Something close. That's that little doe. Where's the buck? Is that him or is that a third doe? Okay, we can slide sideways a little bit. Yeah, I think these are all doe left in here. And then one of these might be a buck, man. I can't tell. There's too many damn branches in the way. There's another doe. Oh, there we go. There's a buck. 89 meters. We can make that shot. Lift your head up there, pal. Great. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And he dropped his head, but that's all right. We still got him. That should still be a spine shot. Yeah, and all the rest, I think, of these are doe. All right, come on, Gunner. We're about the end of this drink time anyhow. We got nice purpley hunting pressure. I think we played this area out. At least for today. We'll be back again. We'll go collect up this last one he should have dropped. Said I was aiming for a heart shot. Then he put his head down. So one of two things happened. We either hit him in the spine and dropped him quick, or we took my famous shot when in that situation where I go right in between the spine and the scapula and hit 0 vital organs. But since he did drop that quick, I'm thinking we did hit the spine. And look, these girls are still all trying to come back in here. That's right, you girls are safe for today. We're not on the rampage today. We got our 7mm. That was the toy we wanted. Now, from now on, with the whitetails, it's going to be just pure buck. Oh, yeah, that's a nice brack, too. I bet you he's a silver. Yep, he's a silver. Yeah, right down the spine. Right down the spine. We'll take it. Alright, so let's see how we did here in our codex, our hunting log. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We took 7 deer out of there. A couple nice scores, a 221, a 252. Not too bad for just a tiny little area. So now what we're going to do for the second part is we're going to jump down to this tent that we put down here. And we're going to reset our time for about about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning, and we're going to have a little walk up this valley. And if it's anything like the other valleys we've been hitting, we should see tons of mule deer. Alright, so we do need to, well, one, we need to check our ammo. Yeah, we didn't even fire a shot with the M1 today. Ooh, we're down to only 20 arrows again. Whew. Or bolts, rather. And we need the 420 grain broadhead bolts. Now, the great one grind, you know, the whitetail will get us every step closer to that great one. But they're not worth all that much money. You know, you can see we were getting $500-600. With the mule deer, though, you'll get almost like double that. Oh, we need to reset our time. So we want to set back to about 5 o'clock in the morning. 5, 6 o'clock. Yeah, we'll split the difference, call it 5:30. And that was a mule deer snorting there. Alright, so we're going to sneak down around this here and come up into the mouth of this valley. We're still searching for our elusive albino doe. Even though we deleted her zone, that does not mean that she has been deleted off the map. You know, she still exists. When you see an animal, they will continue to exist. They never disappear. Even if you shoot an animal and kill it, but don't harvest it, it will still respawn exactly as it was before. So we saw that albino doe. We know she exists. We just deleted her zone. So she has to go somewhere to drink. It's just which zone. We still have to discover that. We've been running into many mule deer. We even took 2. That should be mule deer right there. Yeah. So that's a good sign that we're going to find them up in this valley. We took 2, what did they call them? It was an albino. Let's see if it's in our hunting log yet. I doubt it is. No. I forget the name of it, but they look almost like a whitish. When you first glance at them, you would swear it was an albino. But when you get up close, it almost looks like a white with a purple sheen. Like it's purplish, yeah. Very, very strange, but they are very beautiful animals. We did take 2 of them on these little scouting missions, but yet we still have not found that albino doe. And you can see this is the first time we've scouted this area. It's still completely dark here yet. So you never know what we're going to find. But if this valley holds true, or this canyon, whatever you want to call it, holds true to the other ones we've explored, then yeah, we should be... Right there's mule deer too. Say we should be finding mule deer, and we're already starting to hear them. And what's nice with this area is there's very little underbrush, like high weeds and things. So as long as we pick our path, we can walk a good bit and not make a huge amount of noise. Yeah, this is the valley we want right here. And they're up on the hillside. That's another mule. Oh, that's a warning call. So you always want to keep... Yep, there he went running. I just saw his ass duck down over the hill. You always want to keep an eye on your noise meter. Because to crouch and walk all the way up through this valley would just take you forever. So you do want to try and walk as much as you can, but you don't want to be making a crazy amount of noise. Right there. What is that? She almost looks melanistic. She almost looks very dark. And then there's another doe right there. I know, buddy. We're going to spook him. I know. He's whining that we're going to spook him. But they're not the right color doe. But man, that one does look melanistic. That one looks awful dark. But the sun is not fully up yet, so... I know, Gunner, I know. That's 75 meters. We could drop her, but she's not the one we want. We don't want to spend the time tracking her for just a doe. If she was a nice big buck, you know, we consider it. But we're not climbing up this this cliff face. We didn't bring any pitons. We didn't bring any carabiners. We didn't bring any climbing gear. We're not going up there after her. And I doubt we'd be so lucky to have her roll down the hill to us. I know, Gunner. I know, buddy. They're both right there. I know, I know. So your dog is more than a tracker. He's an extra set of eyes. He's a protector when you get predators. Alright, so now we want to start setting our waypoints to get us up this valley. And we got somebody in chat, Zocern. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. What map am I on? I'm on Rancho del Arroyo. If you look at the map, we are... let's see, we are to the east. Here is La Casa Grande, the first outpost you unlock. And so we are to the east of that, right on the eastern side of this big lake. We're checking out, we've been scouting out these valleys in this Bosque Alta area. We just finished up our whitetail spot for today, and now we're going to come up here scouting for mule deer and make some money. And as well, we're looking for an albino mule deer female, a doe. We know we have one on the map. We saw her, but we accidentally deleted the zone she was using. So she moved to a different zone, and we haven't been able to find her again. So we're scouting all these valleys and stuff, checking for mule deer, and hoping to run into her again. We got her boyfriend. We did take an albino buck mule deer, and we saw the female right afterwards, and we want to get both of them to have a multi-mount in our trophy lodge. Yeah, see, here's eating zone 0, 100 hours to 4 a.m. So there are mule deer all up in these little valleys, these little box canyons, or whatever you want to call them. And usually large numbers of them too. Like it's easy to see groups of 10, sometimes 20 in one spot. Like right there comes one, but I'm not going to be able to get a shot on it. It was moving way too fast. But it wasn't albino, I saw that much. It was brown. Zostern says, thank you. Yeah, no problem, man. If you have questions or anything, man, feel free to speak up. We're going to try to be SBD style up here, silent but deadly. We're packing the big old crossbow today. We do have the M1, but I'm trying to hold off using it because being on the ground, you know, we're going to get a lot of hunting pressure using the rifle. So mainly we're scouting for that albino doe, but if we see any nice bucks, we're definitely going to take a pop at them with the crossbow. Do you have this map? Do you have Rancho? Because I can point you to one very nice long valley that, man, you can shoot mule deer. I've seen whitetail in this valley, a lot of turkey, and also coyote. Now the weeds and stuff here are getting a little bit thicker, so it's not really safe for us to be walking. We would have to walk at like half speed, so we're just going to crouch and go full speed. Let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, we just wanted to keep taking like baby steps with our waypoints, keep us on our path, on our hunting, on our plan. Yeah, we've been doing the Great One grind here on Rancho, but we do take trips to other maps. We just unlocked, well, we unlocked it a while ago, but we just finally had enough money. We got our first big bore rifle. We bought the 7mm. So that's going to free us up to go to some new places. So we're going to be taking trips. We took one scouting run through Silver Ridge Peaks, and we ended up taking like 12 kills out of there just for a scouting run. Yesterday we took our first run through Yukon Valley, just a scouting mission. And we took, I think it was like 4 moose and a plains bison. And our next day trip is going to be out to Africa. Now, I've been playing this game for about 6-8 months now. But when I started my stream about a month or so ago, I reset my career for like the new players and the free players. So like I could show them firsthand what to expect and what tips and tricks they needed. So I know a lot of those maps very well. It's just the first time I've been on them in this career. You know, like I said, we took our first our first run on Silver Ridge Peaks. I've been on Silver Ridge Peaks plenty of times. I know them. I know a few areas of the map pretty well, but it's just our first time for this new career to be on it. I love hunting the wolves on Yukon. They're great, as well as the grizzly bears. And of course, with Africa, the lions and the the water buffalo. They're a lot of fun to hunt. They're a lot of good money, too. Okay, so aside from those couple doe down at the entrance of this valley, we're not seeing too much here yet. You know, on one hand, that's kind of a bummer. You know, we're coming up here expecting to shoot something. But at the same time, it's also a good thing, because if we don't see anything, we'll know not to come back. We'll eliminate this from any future hunts. You can see these valleys are really, really narrow, with these high steep embankments on both sides. You know, it'd be very, very difficult for a human to run up them, but for these mule deer, you'd think they would just be able to, you know, shimmy right up them. But they don't. And even if they do go up a little bit, they come right back down into like the base of the valley. Alright, how are we doing here? Okay, we're getting up there. We're getting up there. If we don't see something soon or find any more zones, we may bounce out of here. We'll go up to the one valley where we know we've seen many mule deer and turkey and whatnot. Just to make a little bit extra money. Okay, let's go ahead and walk a little bit. We'll walk until we get a warning signal. Like I say, we don't want to be in here all dang day. Yeah, we haven't even seen a turkey up in here yet. Huh, that's unusual. Yeah, we're almost up to the end of it. So it is looking more and more like this valley is not like the other ones. And said, that's okay, we'll just know not to come back here anymore. We'll just make a quick run. Look for any zones that might have markers up here, and then we're going to bounce. We do still want to get a few more kills in and make a little more money before we conclude this episode. Yeah, we're not seeing anything up in here. And this is the same time of day. I set the clock back to the same time that I hunted the other valleys and saw tons of deer. Alright, in fact, what time is it? 6:45. Yeah, we're going to bounce. We're going to bounce out of here. We're going to go up here and hit this valley up here, east of where we were just hunting. We know we'll see something to shoot up there. And it's 6:45 according to the game clock, or 6:47. Yeah. So that's a little bit later than when I usually start, but still it should be fine. Okay, so let's go. Where's our marker? There we go. Now this valley is very nice and wide down here at the bottom. But as you travel further up, it does get a bit steeper. The terrain does change. You don't have these smaller trees. You have more like tall, like evergreen conifer forests. And that's where you start seeing the turkey. Okay. Yeah, we still have a ways to go to get into the valley even. Now there is one usual spot right up on the other side of these trees, right out in front of us, where we usually see a group feeding. And in fact, yeah, that just confirmed it. Okay, that's a mating call. Man, oh, we are completely downwind. Holy shit, I almost forgot again to check that windage. But yeah, there was just confirmation that there's something up in there, that spot. So we're going to go right up in these trees and take some cover. Yeah, there's the zone marker. Okay, Gunner, time to sit, buddy. We don't need you making any noise. We hear any footsteps? No. Okay. There's only one lone little doe. And there's something up here. Also a doe. Alert. Nervous. Could they have smelled us from that far away? Now they're going to come down here. There's a nice little buck. Now these guys, if they go up this valley, up this way, we will literally be chasing them all the way up the valley. Oh no, he's going to calm down. Okay. Right at 190 meters. Okay, cool. We can take that shot. Keep your head up, keep your head up, keep your head up. Bingo. He shouldn't run too far. And there are no more bucks with him, just that one. Okay. So we don't have to worry about being stealthy now. But yeah, I've come up here before and saw like, 10, 15 mule deer and like 10 turkey all just chilled out right in the middle of this field eating. That's a very good little spot. And we'll hit a few more places like this as we travel on up this valley. And boom, there's our dead buck. Fell right against that tree. Alright, sounds like we spooked them up around the corner here. That's okay. Said they were all doe. This was the only buck in that group. We did just hunt up here a few days ago. Whoa, what was that? There we go. There's another one. We'll go up after him in a minute. We did just hunt up here a few days ago, and it hasn't been that many time resets. Yeah, he didn't travel very far at all. And is that the arrow? Oh, we hit him in the neck. Wonder if we got spinal column. Nope, flesh, and we did clip the right lung. And a silver. But almost $1,000. That is like $300 more than you would have gotten for a silver whitetail. But we know the rest of these ones up here are all doe. We're not gonna piss with them. We're gonna get going on up here, on up the valley where we saw that other nice big buck. He's 220 meters. Was the last spot, so we can walk a bit. We can actually run a little bit. Yeah, I know. You girls back there are mad. I shot your boyfriend. Yeah. They'll growl and carry on. They see us. But that's okay. Alright, now we want to start easing our way up here. Like I said, this is a pretty wide open area up here, so we don't want him seeing us. He's up around in this valley somewhere. And the wind is still not great, but we just used our scent blocker just a little bit ago. It should still be effective for a little while yet. Okay, now there. That's a buck. Alright, now we're going to have Gunner sit down here. Now we're going to start going from tree to tree. That would have been that same one. He was heading that direction from right to left. And I think he was a tier 3. So if we can get him, we will definitely take him. Yeah, I'm hearing footsteps. Right up there, right up above us. There he is, there he is, there he is. Come on, turn sideways, turn sideways. There we go, that works. Ah, shit, I forgot to reload. Son of a bitch, hold still, buddy, don't move, don't you frickin' move. Don't you move. We got him. That's a lung, that's left lung. We got right in front. We got right in front of that leg. And the way it was angled, yeah, that's a left lung shot. We got him. Oh yeah, that's vital blood, and there's the corpse. He went about 3 steps. And again, it's totally silent and very, very little hunting pressure. If we would have took that shot with a rifle, we would have spooked everything within a 150 meter radius, and we would have had bright purple hunting pressure from 1 kill. Yeah, literally right in front of that front shoulder. Oh man, He might be a silver. He might be a gold. He is a gold. 243. By 20 points, he's a gold. And again, almost $1,000. Left lung, liver, and stomach. Man, that penetration power of the crossbow, especially at short range, is just unreal. Unreal. Alright, so we're going to keep moving on up this valley. We want to get up to this zone. Oh, we're almost there already. It's only 100 meters away. Oh, we're hitting a little bit of the Rancho lag. That means we're getting in around where a bunch of animals are. At least that's how I take it. Is the game designers and the people that are in good with them. Like I went to see a video from Jaxie Beard to see what was going on with it, and you know, they never say exactly what they mean. They'll never just come right out and tell you a simple answer. But Jaxie Beard did suggest that with the number of animals on this map, how did he say it? A quote, that it can tax even the strongest systems. So that would include the consoles here as well as PC. So I take it as a positive thing when you hit that lag, that you know that there's something around. What is that running? Is that coyote? There's something running right there. Okay, let's sneak on up here. Might be a coyote. Looks like there was a little coyote was sitting there. He's right on the other side of this bush here now. And coyotes, oh yeah, there he goes. Yeah, that was coyote. He went running up that way. Coyotes, man, they are a challenge. Being so small and so quick, they can be a challenge even with a rifle. Yeah, no, those are bunnies. Wow, that looks very, very bright. Could be an albino, but we don't have anything that can take a bunny and pass all the harvest checks. No, he doesn't look, no. On second thought, he does not look that unusual. And we just want to keep working our way up here. You can see up here the trees change. You start climbing in altitude, and that's where a lot of the mule deer go to rest, up in there after eating down here in the flats or in the bottomlands, whatever you want to call it. And with it being these steep cliffs on both sides, like I said, you literally funnel them up into here. And I've ended up chasing them and just tracking the same animals for like a whole kilometer coming up in through this valley, all the way up to that lake. So if you see a nice buck, you do get multiple chances, usually, to take it down, even when you're up in the forest. Uh-oh. What's that? That is a doe. Huh. Also, is that from the same spot? I couldn't tell. But yeah, they're all up through here. That's bunny rabbit. Yep. There goes one running. Normally I try to carry the 22 pistol for the little bunny rabbits. Just because it's... Oh man, that one does look very, very white. Just because it is so effective on the bunnies, and you pass all your harvest checks. But also because it's a very easy way to get your XP for pistol, to get that Rhino, that Rhino 454, that hand cannon. You know, with the stock or the freebie pistol they give you, that 357, dude, honestly, that thing freaking sucks. You can't kill shit with that thing. So it makes it very, very difficult to get any points in your pistol score. Even when you get the next one up, which I think is a 44, dude, even it's terrible. Like, even for whitetail, it has a hard time even putting down a whitetail. So, like I said, one little trick I use, and you know, it is DLC, but you get the 22 pistol in DLC content. I forget which one. And I'll go out with that. It's super cheap ammo. It's like some of the cheapest ammo in the game. It's semi-automatic, and when you see a little bunny, you just bang, 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 bang. You know, like that quick. And between bunny rabbits, it works very well on all your birds, including the turkey, the ringneck pheasant, the ducks. And I'll carry that. It's very small. It doesn't take up a lot of room in your inventory. So I'll usually have that like in my back pocket. That when I'm out running around and I see a bunny or birds or something, and I'll just pull it out and bap, 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 bap. And, you know, get some easy pistol XP. I unlocked last time, my last career. Man, I unlocked that Rhino very, very quickly once I stumbled onto that trick. But I tried. You know, I tried at first using the one they give you, that 357. And I eventually, my God, it took me forever to get up to the 44. And then even that was just hard. But then, like I said, I figured out about that. The 22. And especially when you have the 22 with the little scope. Oh man, you can pop little bunnies from very far away. Zoom right in on them, get a great sight picture, and just bap, bap, bap. And they're dead. Same with the ducks. Same with the ringneck, if you don't mind, you know, shooting them on the ground. You know, if you're just looking for money and experience, you can shoot the pheasant on the ground. You still get, you know, you just don't get a trophy. Okay, that one must have been up over this hillside. But yeah, you can shoot the pheasants on the ground, you can shoot the turkey, and you will still get pistol XP, and you'll still get money, and you'll still get regular XP. Okay, yeah, you can see now the trees. We started coming up this incline. Now we're getting into like the pine, conifer, which a lot of these trees are really good to put. You're good to go to put tree stands in. Where a lot of areas in Rancho, it has the smaller trees that you have no chance in hell of putting a tree stand in. These ones are all nice tall ones. Okay, where are those sounds coming from? Those sounds are coming from up over here. On the other side of this rise. Okay. We'll sneak up around there. The wind's in our favor. We're hitting some lags. It must mean there's something around here. We're still hoping to see that flash of white. That albino doe. So we know she's on the map somewhere. She didn't disappear. She just changed spots to go have a drink of water. But man, the lag does suck when it comes to moving. It feels like you're trying to move through syrup or quicksand or something like that. But I try to be positive about shit like that, and and I just think, okay, well, we know there's going to be a shitload of animals around here somewhere. If there weren't any animals, there wouldn't be any lag. And we want to come up right up over this rise and take a look. That's where we heard those couple calling. Yeah, right there. Holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 freaking giant bucks. One went this way right there, 40 meters. Oh, and then he ran. Son of a bitch. Little baby doe right there. Okay, bingo. Come on, hold still, hold still. I suck at leading. Too high, too high, too high. Look at them all. Now you know why there was lag. Missed right in between them. The one place I could shoot and not hit a buck. That's miss. I told you, man, there was going to be deer up in here. We found them. Come on, I just need one to hold still long enough to get a shot on him. Actually, I'm just glitching out up there. There was one down, and it was the doe in behind the big buck. We got him. He's down. He's dead. So we got a doe down and a buck down up there. Still no sign of a white one. So that's kind of a bummer. Yeah, look at them. They're trying to go up over the hill and they can't. Let's ease on up here a little bit. That's that little doe. Okay. We want another buck. Buck 28. Oh man, that's a long shot. That's a very long shot. Right between his legs. We were a little bit low. A little bit low. Give us one more shot. We'll get you. Give me one more shot there, Patty. Come on, come on, come on. We can do this. We can do this. Huh. I didn't see a hit. That one maybe went over top of them. Did they just disappear? No, he's still standing there. I think that was a hit. I think that one was a hit. So the maximum zero range for this thing is only 50 meters. We have figured out how to take effective lethal shots at 100, but man, that one was like at a buck 25, buck 20, buck 25. So that was a very, very difficult shot. Holy smokes. That was a blonde. But you get them up in these canyons, like I say, they want to climb up them hills. But they can't, they come right back down. And there starts the turkey calling. That was a hit. That was a hit. There goes some turkey flying. I'm still hearing another deer running around in here. There's a gold. Neck counts as a vital organ. Oh, that was a doe right there running. Oh, it did not lead him enough. That lag tricked me. Oh, you son of a bitch. Moved just as I pulled the trigger. Wow, they're jumping around like they're on frickin' LSD or something. You dropping acid, motherfucker? Come on. Ah. This is the other part where the lag sucks. Alright, let's get our other ones here. We're blowing through ammo like crazy with this guy. So that was our buck, our one buck. We know we got a doe. Yeah, there's the blood for the doe. There she lays down here. And then we should have a dead buck up on this hillside up here. Yeah, she's a little blonde. Yep. It's alright, no trophy, but still money. Alright, now the fun part, trying to climb up this giant cliff. So we got two that we hit up here. One up high and one down low. In fact, yeah, there's our corpse for that one. Might as well make it a 2-for-1. That's a buck. Or no, that was a doe. The branches confused me. 3-for-1. Alright, so we don't want to go down in there just yet. How bad are we in the purple? Oh yeah, we're in the purple. We're done shooting up here. We're done shooting in this spot. This was too good to fuck it up. So we know we got that one. We're pretty sure we hit him up here. See, there was one of the arrows, one of the bolts. Making a 125-meter shot with a 50-meter zero. Yeah, that's not too easy. Look at him stuck down in here. Like 3 or 4 of them down in there stuck. Alright, let's see if Gunner can find any blood. No, he's going back down to where we shot those other ones. Yeah, you little doe, you're safe. You're safe for today. Yeah, I know you found that one down there. I wanted you to find this one up here. Alright, we must have missed him. We're not seeing anything on the ground even. And his tracks are right there, so... Well, that was a hell of a load of fun, and it's going to end up making us quite a bit of money. We did not see what our ultimate goal was, and that was the albino female. Yep, here they are. Look, there's blood everywhere. Oh, look at you. Are you a gold? That's a silver. 800 bucks, 718. Come on. More splatters of blood over here. Oh, no, that turned out to be a good shot. That was right behind that shoulder. Middle neck, that still counts as a vital. Oh man, so we didn't even make it halfway up that valley. We still have all this highlands to go yet, and then all the way up to the lake. But I think we're getting into like 8:30 game time, and as well we're getting to where I gotta wrap up this episode. What's this? Is that just a rock or a piece of wood? But yeah, we'll show again on the map here. This is definitely a valley to check out. So when you have the big map here, again, here is the Casa Grande, where you first start that first lake. Go east to the big lake, go north to this little lake, and then go east of that. And right there is the mouth of that valley. And you can see we only made it to right there. Not even a half a kilometer up in. The whole thing is like a kilometer to a kilometer and a half long to get up to this lake. And you'll be seeing mule deer like that the whole way up here. It's nuts. So let's go ahead and look at our kill count for today. Let's see, we started this one with the whitetail. So we took 2, 4, 6, 7 whitetail and 2, 4, 6, 7 mule deer. So 14 kills today in 2 hours of real time. Not too shabby. We got our money back up. We're up to $8,100. Oop, I did not want to lay down. Why am I not standing up? There we go. Okay, so for new viewers, returning viewers, thank you guys all so much for joining us. Thank you so much for the follow there, Zosern. Every little bit of every one of those little follows, every one of those likes, every one of those views really help out the channel. So from the bottom of my heart, I say thanks to one and all. If you want to continue helping out the channel, go stop over to our YouTube. We do have a link on our main Twitch page, but if you go to YouTube, it's Gray Hair Gamer, all one word. If you could go over there and give us a few views, a few thumbs up, you know, subscribing would be great, but I'd be happy with just a few more views and a few thumbs up would do wonders for us. I really appreciate that. And as well on our YouTube, you can catch all our past episodes, all the way back to we were a level 1 newbie out on Layton Lakes with our 243. Up to where we are now. So again, thank you all so much. From myself, the Gray Hair Gamer, from my pal here, Gunner the Wonder Dog. Thanks again, and until next time, Hunter, always keep your eyes on that prize and keep your crossbow loaded, because you never know where that next mule deer is gonna be. Like right down there. So until then, good hunting and take care.